All right, hello, hello. Thank you everyone for turning out for this live event. Oh, sorry, I've got some dogs wrestling in the background of the studio. Oh, excuse me, in my nice warm cavernous lodge here. Yeah, this is Greg Lewis. I'm the marketing manager coming at you from, actually it's very sunny and warm outside southern Texas, but for the season I've got this lovely lodge background. I am what am I trying to say? Oh, today's presenter is David Derricott. He will be talking about investment strategies with GoNoGo indicators. Dave Derricott is one of our very own sales guys. He's been with the company just a little bit longer actually than I have. Great guy. I know you're going to enjoy his presentation, so make sure you stick around and watch that. If you haven't heard of MetaStock, why don't you stick around for a second and I'll play this video for you.
Hi there, Greg Lewis, MetaStock Software. As the marketing director, I get asked all the time, what is MetaStock? How can I help my trades? Well, stick around for about 3 minutes and I'll tell you. MetaStock is an award-winning software and data package that has been helping traders for over 35 years. Simply put, MetaStock is a tool for traders like you to analyze the markets. MetaStock helps you take the guesswork out of trading by offering a methodical, systematic approach to some key questions all traders come up against. Questions like, how do I decide which securities to trade when there are literally thousands to choose from? Which strategy should I use, and how do I test that strategy before spending my first trading dollar? When should I enter and exit a trade? How can I effectively manage the securities I'm interested in? And of course, how do I know where prices will go next? At the core of MetaStock are the power tools. The power tools give professional-grade analysis tools to private traders like you and me. You can scan the market with the MetaStock Explorer to filter and sort securities that show buy and sell signals based on your criteria. The MetaStock System Tester lets you test most strategies through a process called backtesting, which allows you to see how your strategy would have performed over time. You can easily manage and monitor the securities you are interested in with Quote Center. Quote Center lets you sort on a variety of criteria to view the data that's important to you. Then just double-click on a security if you want to see its chart. With the MetaStock Forecaster, you can even take advantage of patented technology to view probable future prices. If you're an options trader, you're going to love MetaStock's OptionScope. OptionScope puts all the critical info at your fingertips, displaying sortable, customizable, color-coded options data, including the Greeks. And MetaStock has solutions for traders of all levels and interests. If you're just getting into trading, you will appreciate the education offered by our many built-in systems. In addition to pointing out buy and sell signals, MetaStock explains how they work in an easy-to-follow commentary window. MetaStock has built-in systems based on popular strategies like MACD, Bollinger Bands, turtle trading, candlesticks, and many more. MetaStock even has the very popular and exclusive Rahul Mohindar Oscillator System, or simply known as the RMO. And as you become a more experienced trader, MetaStock grows with you. Advanced analysts will enjoy the comprehensive list of trading systems and indicators and the ability to build their own systems. And if you're a day trader, you can't do better than Zenith, the real-time news, data, and analysis package offered by Refinitiv, a world leader in market data. Add on the world-class support, and it's not hard to see why MetaStock has won the Stocks and Commodities Reader's Choice Award for 26 consecutive years. To find out more about MetaStock and how it can help your trading, visit metastock.com or contact a product professional via phone, email, or chat.
Okay, thanks for watching that video. I think it's about time to update that video because I'm pretty sure at the end it said MetaStock has won the Stocks and Commodities Reader's Choice Award for 25 or 6 years in a row. I'm pretty sure it's been 28 or 29 now. Still contiguous for 20 some odd years. We're very proud of that. And it was voted by readers not the editors, the readers of Stocks and Commodities Magazine, which we like here at MetaStock. Okay, things coming up. We do have a Traders Summit coming up Monday, December 11th. If you want to enroll in that, it is 8 hours of marathon trading speakers. And let's see, let me show it to you real quick. So if you go to our homepage and click on the banner at the top, you come to this page and you'll see that first speaker is Vince Vora, then you've got Martha Stokes, Price Headley, always a great time, Alex Cole and Tyler Wood, Oscar Carboni, our own Jeff Gibby, Jake Bernstein. Sorry about flipping through this. This part's always too hard to control on this software for some reason. And Tyler Wood. It's a great event. It's absolutely free. And when you register, you can actually participate in the free giveaways that most of the presenters provide. You can check that out. Again, go to metastock.com, click on the big banner at the top of the page, and it will take you to that registration page. Now, when the day comes, you can watch it here or you can watch it on GoToWebinar. It's pretty much the same experience, but in order to watch it on GoToWebinar, in order to be eligible for the free giveaways, you have to register. So go ahead and do that right now, metastock.com/traders-summit. I will put it here in the chat and pin it at the top so you can see it. Also, during our presentation today, if you like, we would love it if you liked and subscribe and ring that bell so that you'll be notified every time we have a live event. We have several live events a week usually, well, at least one a week usually, sometimes two. We have summit events like the one I just described. We have conference events, which are multi-day events, 5 and 6 days long. And then about once or twice a week, we have 1-hour webinars like this. They're usually offered by some of our professional partners who are training partners or other things that are very, very, very expert in trading. And although they're usually trying to advertise something, there's always value-added information. You can always get some great information from it. So don't hesitate to come on and check it out. Also, during today's presentation, Dave will be coming at you from GoToWebinar, and he'll be monitoring the chat there and also on YouTube. So if you have any questions for Dave, ask it here on YouTube on chat. In fact, if you have anything you want to say at all, like hello, if you have a comment, we encourage any kind of interaction you want to give us here in the chat box here in YouTube. Please just be nice and respectful. That's all we ask. All right, we've got about 2 minutes left. I can't think of anything else I need to tell you. So I'm going to go ahead and let you listen to some jazzy music while I make sure Dave is raring to go. Thank you so much. everybody. My name is Greg Lewis. Let me see if I can get my picture in here really quick for you. Where am I? Just a second, Dave. Okay. So This is our very own Dave Derricott. How you doing, Dave?
Doing really well.
All
Hope
right.
You're doing good too.
I am doing great from here in beautiful, snowy southern Texas, which is not true at all. It's very sunny, and it's actually perfect weather outside right now. Hey, Dave, I thought I'd give you a little introduction here. Dave Derricott has been with the company for about a month longer than me, which I think is coming up on 19 years, Dave? 18 years?
19 years, you.
Whew, that's a long time. Dave doesn't look it, but he's actually 73 years old. You can't tell. He looks very young for his age.
I have my cane in the back right here.
David has been in sales ever since that time. He's always been one of our lead sales representatives, and he's always a very popular presenter because he's super down to earth and super friendly. And I know that his sales, that his customers, his clients all really enjoys because he's got a lot to give in terms of knowledge of trading, and he's actually an expert on MetaStock. And Dave, have I missed anything?
Nope, that's it. You missed how handsome it was. I'm just kidding.
Well, okay. Well, people can see that just right away. Just a very handsome.
No, Greg, I think that's all right.
Young
that's
man.
all good.
All right, well, I'm going to let you go and have at it and break a leg.
Sounds good. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today for a 1-hour presentation on a very popular add-on and probably one of my favorite add-ons as of recently. It's been out for a little while, but I want to talk a little bit about trend following with our investment strategies, as the title says. So let me do a little bit more of an introduction. Again, I've been here for about 19 years. I love MetaStock. It's a great platform. I wouldn't have been here for as long as I have been if I didn't believe in it. It's done really well for me, for my trading, and I have lots and lots and lots of customers that feel the exact same way, and I've been able to improve their investment strategies because of the use of the software. For those of you that are new to MetaStock or new to our YouTube channel, go ahead and click the like or subscribe button there. It really does help us out. We appreciate it. And it just helps so you'll be able to be notified when we have new and upcoming webinars. Our YouTube channel has a lot of really good information of past webinars and education, and also add-ons on other webinars and videos on other add-ons that we've done, not just the one that I'm doing today. So go ahead and click the like and subscribe button there. We really appreciate it. So let's go ahead and just get into the demonstration today. I have to read our little disclaimer here, and then we'll just move on. So the demonstration is designed to instruct you on using MetaStock and accompanying software plugins, and is not a recommendation to buy and sell, but rather guidelines to interpreting and using the specific indicators and features within the software. The information, software, and techniques presented today should only be used by the investors who are aware of the risk inherent in trading. MetaStock shall have no liability for any investment decisions based on the use of the software, any trading strategies, or any information provided in connection with the company. MetaStock does not endorse the purchase of any security, nor is it paid for the promotion of any security. No information contained in this presentation should be construed as investment advice or a solicitation to buy any security. And then just have to quickly remind everybody of the CFTC rule number 4.41. This is about options trading and basically the risk of standardized options and characteristics and things like that. I don't need to go into that detail. For those of you that trade options, know the risk. So let's go ahead and just get started. We are going to talk about the GoNoGo add-on. It was developed by two people that I actually held a lot of respect for, Alex Cole and Tyler Wood. On the left here is Alex Cole. He was kind of the brains of the development of the add-on. He has a lot of, I actually had to make a little bit of notes because there's a lot to talk about with him. He had a hand in the big part of development. He's got a really big background in space, technology, tech, finance. And that's kind of where his background came in. He's definitely got 20 plus years of experience or more. Actually, I believe it's closer to 30 of using this type of terminology and this type of strategies in regards to trading in the financial market. So he's definitely been around the market, knows his stuff, knows about trends, and that's kind of what we're going to talk about today. Tyler Wood on the right side, he's actually in association with CMT. He did a lot of the design work and helped bring this to production. And what happened is, I think it was about 3 years ago, they approached us. My manager actually, Jeff Gibby, so I'm sure that everybody has seen him before that has watched 1 or 2 of our webinars. He's our business development manager, and he had a really, really lengthy, good conversation with both of these gentlemen. And basically, they talked a lot about how we could implement this into our MetaStock program as one of our add-ons. So again, like I said, it doesn't matter if you don't own MetaStock or are not sure what MetaStock is. I'm going to go through a little bit of detail there, but for the most part, a bulk of the presentation is going to be talking about the GoNoGo add-on, which is that is something not part of MetaStock, but is an additional purchase. And I'll talk to you about different ways of acquiring that if you are interested at the end of the webinar. So again, really appreciate everybody coming out today and spending an hour of your time with me. Again, if you have any questions, you can go ahead and type those in YouTube, and Greg will let me know what questions are. I also am monitoring our GoToWebinar questions as well. So with that being said, let's go ahead and just dive right into it. So these guys really identify this is all based on trend analysis, and that's always a big part of trading. You know, you have the different cliches, defend the trend, follow the trend is your friend, kind of things like that. But what's really unique with GoNoGo is it has a kind of how the definition says here. It's identification is arguably the most important concept in technical analysis. And so they've really made this very simple, and obviously with our help, we were able to code their strategy and implement that into MetaStock to identify the different color-coded bars, or if you're into candlesticks or whatnot, to identify those strong trends or weak trends, or if it's not a good trend signal to take at all. So then they incorporate a couple different options in here. They incorporate the oscillator and also icons on the actual chart itself. Really just takes the guesswork out of trading with this add-on. And that's kind of the big thing that I really like about this add-on, the very, very simplistic way of trading. There are definitely a lot of different ways that you could trade with the trend. You could, use different indicators, overbought, oversold, momentum indicators, and things like that. But it's really nice with this add-on. I'm just going to read this last part because I really agree with this fully. That the identification is based on the blended objective, widely proven statistical indicators. So there's a lot of work that went into this add-on, not just your standard trend indicators and things like that, but more so digging into like the nuts and bolts of the add-on. So this is an add-on that I thoroughly like, and I do definitely recommend looking at it. If anybody is not watching the live session, definitely take a look at the recording because it's definitely a really good add-on. So with that, I kind of wanted to pull out a couple examples here. This is just one of the SPY. This is an older chart, but I did want to identify and show you how it goes on the chart. One thing I didn't explain is the terminology and the method of this add-on really goes back to the, over in Houston when they do their rocket launches. So if it's a go launch or a no-go launch, or if it's a neutral launch or not a launch at all, that's kind of the terminology that you're seeing here on the chart. So you'll see a no-go or a no launch, or not taking a good trade, or a go or a strong go, so on and so forth. So let me go ahead and just bring up MetaStock really quick because I do want to show this in the live presentation, obviously. So I'm just going to go ahead and just pick any. Let's just do Ford. Actually, no, I want to do Amazon. So I'm going to type in the symbol up here. I can also come, for those of you, again, that aren't familiar with MetaStock, in here are all the lists that we preload for you. So you can either type in your symbol if you know it, whatever chart you want to open, or you can go into the tree here is what I would call that, where you can collapse and expand each of these lists to find the symbol. And there's also this little search box right here that you can find them a little bit quicker if you're not familiar with if you're not sure what the symbol is. So with Amazon, because it's traded on the NASDAQ, and I want to open up the chart that's on the NASDAQ, I want to put a .o here at the end because that's the US stock that is traded on the NASDAQ. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of show you a couple ways of opening up the chart. So first off, I'm just going to go to a clean chart here. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to show you how to open the chart from MetaStock without automatically putting it, or me doing it directly through the Power Console. Because you can open it directly from the Power Console by choosing your template, or we'll just open up a blank template right here, or blank chart, excuse me. And I'm going to go ahead and close this, because I want to start from scratch and show everybody how MetaStock works. So now that I've got a chart open, I'm going to go ahead and right-click on my chart. I will choose Apply Template, and then I am going to come down here where I have the GoNoGo Complete. I'll double-click on that. Actually, before I get into it, I do want to show and point out one thing. We actually did incorporate a very, very light version of the GoNoGo, I guess I should say, trend strategy in MetaStock. Nowhere near complete. Doesn't have scanning, doesn't have any the signals on the charts, but it does color the bars for you so you can actually see the different identifiers of the trend. So if I click on GoNoGo Charts, go ahead and just double click here. Now you can see in the actual chart itself, now you can see these blues and the greens and these orange, purples, and all of these are identifying the strong go, weak go, what they call go fish, which would be considered a neutral or consolidation, and then again a strong, a weak no go. So this is nice to identify those trends. However, what they've done is they've taken this to the next level as far as trend identification. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to right click on the chart and choose the actual add-on now, going through here and click on GoNoGo Complete. Double click that. And now you can see that you've got all of the add-on portions of the actual trend itself. So instead of just having a straight chart, you don't have your oscillator, and you don't have your squeeze indicator down here in the bottom. You also don't have your identifier, what we call the ribbon that identifies the trend and the strength of the trend as well. So this is a daily chart, and this is again Amazon. So on here you've got your trend confirmation. So as an example, let's say down here we've got a go. So this could be considered your go strong trend or not. The circles basically are identifying a trend continuation. So when you have your no-go or your counter trend correction, and then you've got your continuation as well on the chart. This isn't the best example, but I did want to explain a little bit about the add-on and how it all works and how we've put all this together. So I'm going to go ahead and right click on the chart. One big part of the add-on that I really like is our expert advisor commentary. So I right click, choose expert advisor, and then I'm going to come down here and choose commentary. I'm going to click on, and then that will just go ahead and open that up. So right now I've got a continuation of a strong go. And as it just states right here, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can pull this out a little bit better. Let me make it a little bit wider for everybody to see. Hang on just a minute. Okay, so in here you've got your, wanted to make that a little bigger for everybody to be able to see. So in here you've got your strong go. The trend is very strong. The GoNoGo trend, unique blend of inputs combining to paint the bright bars, or the bars bright blue, and that means that you're in a strong go position. And then if I came down here and put my, what we call the expert commentary down to the, I guess you'd call those turquoise bars, those are the weak go. So meaning that would not be a good bullish trend or trade to take. Then in these, the orange area, that's just a go fish, meaning that things are not enough confirmation to take the signal. So if we hop back over real quick to my presentation slide here, on top of just the trends, the trend and then also the icons, these are the ones that I was just explaining. These are they highlight the low risk opportunities for trend participation, your go, no go, your strong go, your weak go, your go fish, which would I consider the neutral or consolidation period where the market is indecisive and you're not sure if you should do a buy or sell. So in that particular area, right? Let's hop back over to MetaStock really quick. This area right here is where that would be a go fish, or you're not really sure of an indecisive area. So that would be basically you want to be careful taking a trade during that time of the trend. And again, this is all based on trend analysis. So you just want to understanding that most of us traders understand what the trend is and how we identify the different strong and weak trends. But what's really nice that GoNoGo adds on top of it, it takes that guesswork out if it really is a strong trend, if it's a continuation of a trend of a previous entry signal that you had. Kind of in this area, this little, like I said, this turquoise area is a continuation of a strong go. So it's really nice that we've done all the work for you. You don't have to go in and try and figure out if it's a strong trend, it's a weak trend, or if it's a consolidation period. That's what's really nice with this. But there are several parts to the add-on. One being the trend, and the icons is what we call the signals on the chart, where you see the buy and the sell signals, the circles and the go, no go, the weak go, etc. I'm going to go ahead and switch the symbol to the Dow and kind of go into a little more detail with this. I want to get a better example than what I had on there. That was just 4 that I chose. So here's a little better of an example here. So you can see up here, you've got your continuation signal, which is the circle. That's a continuation off of a bullish trade. And then you could treat these other ones as they're basically a counter trend, but you could treat them, it's not 100%, though. I'm not saying that you should treat them, but you could treat them as a exit. It's not necessarily an exit. You'd really want to put in your own stop indicators. A lot of traders out there do like a 2 or 3% stop. There's also a good way of doing that inside of MetaStock. I'm going to go ahead and undock this real quick so I can make this a little bit, oops, excuse me. We're going to do it down here, make it a little more skinny. Then I can attach it to the chart. You can also use it as its own floating window if you want. So down here, we've got our go indicator. Excuse me. Kind of lost it there. Okay. So right here, yeah, it's kind of being weird. Hang on just a minute here for me. I'm going to take off all these other charts and just go ahead and close these out. Take that one off as well. And now I just have this, it's like I still have the Dow on here. So let's see, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to come down here and click right above the go with the turquoise, and this is identifying a weak go. So this necessarily would not be a good trade to take. However, if we come up here and see the next bright blue, that is our strong go. And these, again, these aren't exit signals or by any means. This is more just identifying your counter trend. So you've got 2 counter trends, but you're still in a strong go. I apologize for moving my mouse all over the place. But you're still in a strong go, but you could treat those again, if you want to, as counter trends, which is what they're meant for. But you can also treat them, if you wanted to, as stop indicators. Maybe you got down here, got in down at this area. Maybe you can also put those in there as your stop indicators. Not that it's meant that way, but I tell people a lot when they purchase this add-on that you can treat it that way. And it works all the same. So the other thing that you can do, and I've actually used this quite a bit with my particular trading, is you can use what we call our chandelier stops indicators that are already built into MetaStock. So I'm going to go ahead and just drag and drop that on the chart. I'm going to leave everything as the default, but these are all based on ATR periods. Click on OK. So let's say that I took the trade maybe down here, and I'm on this current bar, this current bar now. I can use this indicator by identifying my stop and where I should set my next stop level. A lot of traders, like I was saying earlier, like to do like a 3 or 5% stop. I typically stick with a 2% stop once I'm into a trade, or a lot of the times I'll just put in a limit order at what price I want to be out of, just because I can't watch the market all the time. So, and then on top of that, which is what's nice with the commentary windows, it just goes into all the detail. You don't have to go and figure out what these mean, do Google searches and stuff like that. They're all right here. Identifying the trend if it's a possible weak, strong go, weak go, go fish, go or strong no go. and again, going back to the terminology of NASA, if it's a go launch or a no-go launch, excuse me, and then you have your weak trend or your strong trends, neutrals, etc. So it really helps you identify those opportunities when you would be taking those trades. On top of that, you've got what they call their go-no-go oscillator. So in here, you see basically it just says you're -6 or +6 with a heavy and light volume. That's all their moment. Can't talk today, I apologize. That's their momentum indicator that identifies the probability of the velocity. If it's a high volatility market, identifies that in the chart as well as the commentary window. We already talked about the icons, the little circles, and the buys, and the no-go, and the weak go, etc. So going back to that PowerPoint really quick, I already talked about the icons. We talked about the oscillator momentum that goes hand in hand with the trend. And then you've got your last part was the squeeze part on the chart, which is these orange levels. So it's all based on their squeeze indicator that they built, or basically we built for them to be part of this add-on. So it's really all of identification and confirmation signals based on the initial methodology of their add-on. But just going back to the squeeze definition here, studies have shown that momentum readings are not only useful for mean revision strategies, but can also add insight with the trend. Go-no-go oscillator is calculated so that when inputs are in neutral territory, it rests at 0, meaning when the enthusiasm wanes, excuse me, didn't mean to do that, I apologize. I think I actually accidentally closed it. Yep, I did. Hang on just a minute, I apologize. I'm gonna bring that back up really quick. Just give me 1 second here.
While you're doing that, there are no questions on YouTube right now. Just FYI, you have some very attentive viewers, but they're not asking any questions just yet.
Yeah, I didn't mean to close that out. that was actually bad on my end. So hang on, I'm just opening it back up. I didn't even realize that I did that.
Well, no one's asking why you closed it out, so that's probably okay too.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Anyway. Okay, so we're back in business now. Okay. So now we're back into this squeeze. So oscillator provides an objective point of support and resistance for momentum at the 0 line. Going back to our MetaStock chart, go ahead and close that window right there. That's identifying our, like I said, what they call their squeeze. Either if you're neutral, that's at 0, meaning when you've got enthusiasm weighing in the go, and the oscillator provides our objective point of support and resistance. So you can use all 3 of these indicators all in combination with each other. Now, the nice thing, you don't have just the chart on here. So always the big question. Okay, great. This is an awesome add-on. Great methodology. Love it. How do I find what I should be trading at that point in time? Where are the trading opportunities and what symbols should I be looking at? So that's a wonderful part of MetaStock is we have our own explorers, our market scanning tool. And it's a very, very powerful part of the program. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of show you how I run my scans. So let's say I like to run my scans on the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. There's a lot of add-ons that we have installed in this machine because we do a lot of our presentations with our partners, so on and so forth. So because I don't want to go clear down the list and find the G's, I'm just going to type in go, no, go. And there I can find the 3 scans that I have. So I can do the icons, which are the ones that are telling me a go or no go, weak go, etc. And then I could use the squeeze as well. So we're looking between 1 and 6. It actually gives us the definition there if you forget it, which I typically do sometimes. Then you've got your trend. Again, you've got the 0, which is your strong no go. The 1 is a weak 2 go fish. 3 is weak go. And this is identify also the colors of the bars on the chart as well. And the 4 is the strong go blue. So just keep that in mind. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to go ahead and click on the box for go, no go trend. And I'm going to use the icons. So I'm going to go ahead and run the scan. I will choose the NASDAQ and the S&P 500. Check those boxes. Start exploration. And you can see how quick this runs through the market scanning on both the, so this is basically 605 stocks. And I ran a scan of the last 5 years. So here we have both of our results from the trend and the icons. So we want to look for anything that's a one and higher. It shows the go or the go, no go, the trend price. So right here, if I want to look for anything that's giving me a go buy entry, I can go ahead and just double click on that and open up the chart from there. I'll go in and look at it in a second, but I want to look also at the icons. So which one is giving me a go circle? That's the continuation, or the red circle, that's another continuation. On the Dow trend, your red arrow, green arrow, so on and so forth. So let's choose the green arrow and a green circle for a continuation. Let's see if we have any there. Okay. So I've got a few charts open now. Because I had set my default to a clean chart, I'm going to go ahead and have to open up the GoNoGo portion of it, but it's pretty simple to do. Exit out all of these other ones. My template, we are going to click right here, replace that, so I don't have to keep closing those. No. And then one more right here, do apply template, GoNoGo. I had just forgotten to do this. If you're not a MetaStock user, just as an FYI, you don't have to keep doing this every time you open a chart. It's just that I had forgotten to choose that option before I had closed or I had opened that. Okay, so Apple was one of them that gave us a green circle as a continuation. So if you come over here to our commentary, we basically can confirm our positions there. So in our trend, we've got a strong go, meaning the trend is very strong to take a trade. You've got your green circle, which is also a continuation of the strong trend. Also had kind of this, like I said, this kind of neutral area, which is a weak, sorry, it's not a weak. Oh yeah, it is, I was right. So it's a weak go, also had the continuation, but it's not necessarily the greatest part of the trend, and you may not want to take that. You had a couple counter trend signals in here, but currently you've got a very strong go with also a continuation of the green circle. So that's definitely something to look at taking a trade. I mean, if we come back here, over here on this other area, right here where I've got my cursor here, you've got also another green circle, which is a continuation trend indicator. And as you can see, the trend just continues straight up. You know, that's really the powerful tool of this add-on, because you can identify if it is going to be a strong go or a strong trend, and then also you'll be able to identify if you should enter that trade, and if you're getting those continuation signals, these little green circles here, that's just a continuation of the strong trend. As more circles appear, the way you could treat this is you could put more on your trade if you want to, or if you already put enough that you want to risk, then you can just kind of follow that trend. Your friend's the trend in this case. I know it's kind of a cliche saying, but it definitely is true. And it's a great way to identify your counter trends, your continuations, and you see all three of those signals here in this area. You've got your go, but then you turn into your strong go. You've got some counter trends in here, but then in more cases, you've got your continuation trends, which is a great part of the add-on. And then down here, like I had said earlier, you don't want to treat these as an exit signal because they're not considered an exit signal. However, if that's how you want to use those, you can. I'm just telling you that it's not an all-complete. This is your buy signal. This is your sell signal. The GoNoGo definitely is a trend following indicator and uses momentum, its oscillator, and also the squeeze as well, which is all laid out in our commentary window. And MetaStock is is basically the only program out there that has a commentary window like that, that'll give you and help you set up your trade with all of the information you need based on this particular trading method. So that was our one that came up with the green continuation circle on the chart. I'm going to go ahead and just close that. We'll just click on that. I'm going to say no. And then that was the same one. I think I might have actually opened up two of them at the same time. Okay. So this one is Xerox Holdings. So this one was a go fish. I did a scan on the icons. This is basically identifying that there's not enough data or criteria that has been met to give us a proper buy-in. You don't have a strong go, you don't have a weak go or a no-go. It's just not sure what the market's going to do. Maybe it's a consolidation period. You've also got a little bit down here where your squeeze is very, very low. So you don't have a really good confirmation with the squeeze and or the oscillator. This is one to watch. Definitely you could stick this on your watch list if you wanted to, but it's not, again, a signal that you would take. Okay, so I just like to show both sides of the add-on where, I don't just want to show you the power part where, oh, okay, this is going to be a great trade. You want to see both sides of the market to see if it is going to be able to give you those extra confirmations. So when you're in that orange area, that just means that we don't have enough criteria, not enough data, and not enough points basically of the add-on to tell you to get into that trade or not. So that was Apple. Let's look at the green arrow, which is our counter trend. Oh, that's what I was in, was the 0x holding. So we could let's look at another one for with the red arrow. So I'm gonna go ahead and just open that up. I'm gonna have to do the same exact thing I just did. I'm gonna save. I'm actually gonna change this real quick, so I don't have to keep doing that over and over again. Sorry, hang on just a minute. Okay, so we're gonna do MMM. And I'm going to change this to the Go complete in my Power Console. So now when I do my next opening, it should open up with this instead of me having to continue to open the chart there. Okay, perfect. So this is another example of a strong go. Down here, you had a good counter trend. So that identifies that the trend changed and you also are in a strong go trend. And again, I know it's, I try to put as much information as I can here because it is a very complete add-on, but there's not a lot to it. It's a very easy, simple system to follow. Looking at your squeeze, your oscillator, your momentum and your velocity in the market. But really the really big power tool is identifying that trend by using the commentary window and your scans. Okay, so it really does help in that regard to help you understand if it's a strong trend, if it's a weak trend, what they call go fish. If it's a neutral trend, you wouldn't want to take that position. But also when you should stay out of the market. In my particular case, I would never take a no, and obviously none of you would want to take a no-go because it really is, it could reverse on you, it could counter, it could dip down way below where you actually put in your trade and you could lose all your money that you put on that trade. So that's really identifying, helping you not taking so much risk in the market and helping you know when you should not be in a trade at all. Your blues areas, again, is where the part that you really want to pay attention to. So when you're running your scans, a lot of the times you will want to look for those areas, the bright blues, because those are the very strong trends that it's going to go bullish. I want to run the other scan that we have. I'm going to open up my Explorer again. I'm going to go ahead and just close the results from this one. And you can also, another point that I like to make too, is you could go in, if I wanted to, let's just say I do, we'll just do a hypothetical. Let's say I want to save these that have a 1 on the green circle and save them to my watch list. So I'm going to go ahead and click here, hold down my shift key. I'm going to go ahead and right click, and I will choose add to custom list. I'm going to create a new, I'm just going to go GoNoGo to create, and I'll click OK. So now it adds all the 6 of those symbols in my custom list if I want to come back and use those as my watch list. So I'm going to go ahead and click on close the Explorer window. And let's run one more. We're going to run that last one, which is the squeeze. And again, if you've forgotten how that is identified, you can just hover your mouse over here. But the number in the squeeze column indicates the low of the squeeze condition 1 through 6. And I believe what it is in the manual, I think obviously the higher the number, the tighter the squeeze. We'll be able to identify that here in just a second. So I'm going to use my same list. If you want to use a different list, you can just come in here and go to public online data list. Let's say I want to do, we can just do a different one. Let's say we want to do, I don't want to do the entire ETFs, but you could do like the NYSE. This is actually why I do just these 2 small lists, because it's a lot less symbols that I have to, but you can go in to each of these individually and scan on all of those if you wanted to. However, the one that I like to use a lot is down here where I have index constituents. If you're here in the US or wherever you are and you're trading, you could use your, if you're in the European, you want to use the Euro stocks list or the Dow Jones Industrials, just those ones. Let's actually run that. I'm going to include that in my scan, or the Dow Jones Stock 600. Maybe you're in London, you want to use the FTSE, so on and so forth. And kind of get the idea that we have those already pre-built for you that you can use those indexes to scan on. So I'm going to go ahead and start my scan. Right now I'm actually running 636 symbols using just the squeeze indicator, identifying the 1 through 6 levels. So we'll go ahead and start my exploration. And oh, I forgot that I have to actually do everything online or offline. So it's different. Not really something that I need to go into, but basically it won't allow me to do both on and offline. So I'm going to just use my online lists here. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the Dow Jones Industrial right here for the 30. Come down here and choose the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ 100. Okay, so now I'm going to click on Start Exploration. And because I am using online data, it does take a little bit longer, but not too much. As you can see, it's going pretty quickly here. And that's a really, really powerful tool of MetaStock. And that's what I like to tell all of my new customers, that you can take all of the guesswork out of your trading. How do you know which stock you want to trade? How do you know which future index Forex pair that is the best? We all kind of have our go-to stocks. At least I know I do, and a lot of other people do that I talk to as well. But why not find something that really is going to help you make money today, instead of waiting for the trend to be complete or waiting for that stock to go under its 20, 30, 50, whatever moving average. A lot of people like to use those to identify the bottom of that particular stock symbol. Let's just call it that. This way, I don't have to wait for that. I can just go in and run my scan and find out which ones right now, today, that I want to put a trade in. And because the market's closed, then I would actually use this to place my trade for tomorrow. So let's go in and let's kind of identify this by price. So we got PG&E Corp. It's at a 4 with our squeeze. So I'm going to go ahead and double click that to open it. And I'm hoping that it opens with the GoNoGo, which it did. So that is good. So we've got our squeeze indicator down here that's at a 4, but you are at a week go. So that probably wouldn't be the best trade to take currently. But if you come back down here, you had a 6 over here where your go was, and you also had your counter or your continuation trends. So that was a very strong move right here, a very good trend looking at that. So let's hop back over to my list here. Just look at some other, this one we've got a 6. So Weyerhaeuser Corp. Kind of the same situation. Got a week go, but your squeeze indicator is at a 6. So what you're actually identifying, now I'm remembering how this works. The larger the squeeze, it's kind of, you're out of that trend area where your opportunity would be a lot lower versus when you only have like a 1 or 2 on your squeeze. So the lower the squeeze, the more out the opportunity is. As an example, right here, apologize, it's been a little bit since I've done some webinars on this, so I had to kind of brush up a little bit on the terminology that I like to use. So down here, perfect, you've got your squeeze down here, you've got your market reversing, you've gotten a go. It's not a strong go, but it is a weak go, and a lot of the times when you have those weak goes, I'm gonna go ahead and take that off. It's a little easier to put this here for everybody. Got a weak go, but the trend is a go, the trend is a go, but painting either aqua bars, meaning that it's not a very strong trend right now. But your oscillator is in a positive territory, which is also looking at an overbought area, which is light volume, but also it can change at any time. As we all know, the market does that. Continuing on, you've got your counter trend. And right here, you've got your blue bar, which identifies a very strong go. And in that area, you can just kind of eyeball it here. You're up on your oscillator, meaning that the momentum is increasing. And as you can see, the last part of the move right here started to give you a very strong go. You had a really good uptrend with Weyerhaeuser. So this would have been a good opportunity to identify, to get into a trade had you done that scan during this area. Currently, you're in a weak go, so that's not your consolidation period. Not really sure if it's going to turn into a strong go. But that is also another reason why you'd want to add this to your watch list if it's something that you feel would be something to take the trade. Really good complete add-on. I really like this add-on. I've had nothing but really good feedback from it. I can't remember. I think it's been on for about 3-4 years almost, but I've had nothing but really, really good feedback. Alex Cole and Thomas Wood, Tyler Wood, very good support system. I've had conversations with them, mostly by email, but they're really good to help supporting the add-on. And it also comes with I think they've done actually some really good boot camps for us as well. So for those of you that don't have this, I definitely recommend looking at purchasing it. It is on sale. So because this add-on, actually, we are moving to a subscription model. So for anybody that has MetaStock, and if you have an interest in this add-on, instead of it being $1,500, which is a one-time cost for life, this is going to move to, I believe it's a $149 price per month. So it's definitely a lot more than just paying once. Let me kind of get into that part. These are just some extra charts that I had done last year when I was going to do my webinar. So again, just to recap really quick, you've got your trend, your oscillator, your icons, and your squeeze. You can scan on each and every one of these conditions. The commentary window is a very complete part of the add-on. It's a part that I really like. That is a very one of my favorite tools inside of MetaStock. Sorry, just trying to get my wording together there. So just kind of going through again, you've got your icon change alerts, your crystal clear explanations in our commentary window, every trend state on every bar, meaning your definition on the commentary window with each individual bar. Then you've got your explorations, your trend identification as well. Looking your explorations, you've got the squeeze, you've got the icons on the chart, and then also the trends. So for this, I kind of messed up and forgot to change this, so this is the last time I actually did this webinar. But the normal cost is $14.95 today. If you would like to purchase it, this is a one-time cost for life, $9.95. That is changing to a subscription model. So I just want to throw that out there. That really is basically the last time that you'll be able to get it for the one-time cost. Other than this week, it's going to change it's going to change to the subscription model. Now, for those of you that don't have MetaStock, with the purchase of this, you actually get the bootcamp training. And then for those that don't have MetaStock, you can get what we call our 3-month promotional offer. You pay for the first month. Your next 2 months are free. And that's for MetaStock DC, or what we call daily charts. That starts at $59 per month for international markets. For US traders that trade here in the US, North American markets, it's $69 for 3 months. Real time, somebody that's a day trader, maybe a strong, aggressive swing trader, that is going to cost you $265 for 3 months. Again, pay for the first month. Your next 2 months are free. After that, there are no commitments to continue after, but if you are happy with MetaStock, which I'm sure you will be, then you can actually pay a one-time cost for the program and lower your monthly cost. The add-on does come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Once we move to a subscription model, it's not going to have that option. So you definitely take advantage of it. If you're wanting more information and want to talk to me more about it, I am more than happy to spend as much time as I can with you. And I'm more than happy to call you if you want to send me an email or just give me a call on that number right here. So that's my direct telephone number, or you can actually just come into our sales chat, metastock.com/sales chat, and ask for Dave. I'm the only Dave in sales, so you won't be confused by any of that by another rep. Again, here's my number. This is for US and Canada, North America, basically. Anybody that's international can dial that number. Email is pretty easy, just david.derricott@metastock.com or sales chat. Make sure you ask for me to get the offer of $9.95. I said that it is going to be for the rest of the week. I honestly do not know. In talking to my manager, it's probably going to change within the next few days. So if you're interested and you like what you saw, which I'm pretty sure you will enjoy this add-on, I mean, I can't obviously guarantee that, but I have been thoroughly happy with the options that you have with this add-on. If you're a trend direction trader, this is a perfect add-on. This is a very unique add-on, and it's nothing like we have in any of our add-ons. I mean, everything out there with trading is identifying the trend and things like that, but this really takes it to a whole new level. And Alex Wood and Tyler Cole have done a lot of work along with our programmers here at MetaStock. So I definitely want to take a look at it. You can call me, email me, or just come into our chat and ask for Dave, and I'm more than happy to help you. Lastly, in closing, I just want to tell everybody how much I appreciate you guys spending some time with me today. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I always enjoy these webinars. I'm presenting to different traders all over the world. Again, if you are new to our YouTube page, go ahead and just click the subscribe button there and like in this video, and that way you'll be able to get notifications when we have new webinars. A lot of the times we'll have actually the developers of this add-on on doing presentations as well. So appreciate everyone's time. Again, if you have questions and would like to purchase this, you can call me, email me, or come into chat and just ask for Dave. But I do appreciate everybody's time today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your afternoon/evening, wherever you are in the world. Again, thank you again, and I will hope to speak to you soon. Thanks. You too, Greg.
Hi, Kelly Clement here from MetaStock. Before you go, I have two quick things for you. One, thanks for joining us today. We love having you here at our webinars and viewing our videos. So what I'd like to invite you to do before you go is like and subscribe. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. It helps us a great deal, and it helps us bring you more awesome content like today's video. The second thing is we have a great ebook on trading that you can get for free. If you go to metastock.com/YouTubebook, you can get a free copy of The Secrets of Successful Traders. It's a great book with lots of content from traders just like yourself who can teach you some of the secrets that they have learned. Thanks for taking a second with me and learning about those two things. Thanks for joining us, and keep on trading.